This is Madigan. This is my video for Education 220 about my observations. So I did my observations at Lowell Scott Middle School in Boise. I was observing a 7th grade English language arts class. So the way that this class is set up is most of the time it's 45 minutes, but because English language arts is 2, it's writing and rhetoric and then reading comprehension, it takes up 90 minutes instead of the 45. And the way the class is set up is that they have either a 5-minute break in between or they have lunch in between. So I think that is a really nice reset for the students because I personally struggle sitting there for 45 minutes and then immediately following up with another 45 minutes of the same thing, which not very fun. And so some positive highlights that I'll take away from me that will impact my future classroom is I love how the teacher was very much like, I am in charge and you guys are going to listen. I know some teachers struggle with students walking on them and getting away with things that they shouldn't get away, but the teacher I was observing was very much like, this is the rules and this is what you are going to follow, and if you don't like it, you can go to the principal's office. Which I think there is a time and place to be strict, and I think she used it very well. It wasn't like overpowering, because I've had some teachers who were trying to be so strict that all of a sudden now no one's listening to them. So I thought that was really impactful, and it will impact my future career. Some other positive highlights is that she would go over information until the students understand it. So they were reading a poem, and a couple of the students weren't quite getting it, so they went through it a third time, and then they talked about it. They were like, okay, well, what does this poem mean? Do you guys understand it? And I really like that as well. Just making sure that everyone is on the same page with the information that they're given. So some negative experiences for my classroom observation is I do not like the way she handles phones in her classroom. While I was observing, a student's phone went off, and it was just like a common unknown phone call. And the way that the school is set up is if the phone gets sent to the office, a parent has to come get it. If you're like a repeat offender. So if you've had it in the office 3 or more times, then a parent has to come get it, which I personally don't like because it takes time out of the parents' day, and it's not fair to the parents to have to go get it either. Another thing that I will take away, negative experience, is I do not like how her classroom is set up. I think it is very, I don't mind how the students are set up. I really like that she does it in like a half moon, so that way they can see the board. But I did not like how sterile her classroom felt. Like there wasn't a ton of like fun posters. She did have like a couple of like, oh, believe in yourself unicorn kind of stuff, which I thought I liked that. But it felt very stale and out of date for our modern generation, which it's not a big deal, but it's not something that I personally would do in my classroom. So that's what I have. Thank you so much for this semester. I think I might have one more of your classes, but yeah, thank you. Bye.